part 27, and I am happy to announce I have gotten myself a new mic. So, I do hope you guys will appreciate the new microphone, as I just recently picked up a new headset. I unfortunately could not afford to get a camera with the headset all in one package, but I'm making videos for my STEELEPLAYs in order to give you guys a heads up as to when and where, and you know what I mean? So keep an eye out for my STEELEPLAYs, because again, it's a we play, and we're going to have some fun. And this is going to be part 27, and soon we're going to be heading into Act 3. We're really getting close to Act 3, and Act 3, if you're curious what the fuck that means, Act 3 is what I deem Act 3. When I feel like I'm at Act 3, then we're at Act 3. Basically, more or less, I play this game the way I feel like playing it. That's why it's called STEELEPLAY. But I implore and I want other people to play the game with me, so it's in a sense it's a we play. But at the same time, I want you guys to know. Sorry, is the mic okay? I don't know if it's too far. New setup, new mic, so I have to make sure everything is good. The mic may have been too close. I apologize for that, guys. You don't want to be coming off as like, oh, hello, up there, other, loud. And so I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. What I mean is I don't want to amplify, the sound with my commentary. So that, to say the least, I want to keep things even keeled. That being said, I have to adjust to the new microphone and all that. And we'll just see how it goes from there. 27 is going to be covering, like I said, first time playthrough, so it's just going to be covering about an hour to up to approximately maybe 2 hours in length. And we're just going to see how it goes as it goes, and it'll live on as more like a Prima Games or Brady Guides sort of walkthrough moving forward in the future. I really don't know how I'm going to use these playthroughs, but I'm going to probably use them as a means to make walkthroughs, really. These playthroughs. These playthroughs under STEELEPLAY is a form of we play that in turn will eventually become a part of a much larger brand, if you want to call it that. I really don't like to say that, but yeah, it's a brand, no different than Brady Games, but it's because I've always been good at doing, it's not easy to play games and talk at the same time. It's hard. It's not easy for everybody to do that. But I love to do that. That's what I live for. I could do both. It helps me, and that's why I said, if I'm going to talk while I play these games, I may as well talk to my fans or talk to the people. And now that I have the means to do that, that's why I do it. But I'm just letting you know right now, I'm kind of ignoring greens. I love green. Green's my favorite color in the fucking world, but my second favorite color is red. And honestly, is this the first playthrough or the second playthrough? It's the first playthrough. So one would think, well, what would you do, number one or number two? Well, if everything is a reflection of what's to come, then I obviously I'd pick number two, not number one. Now, if this goes right over your head, it just means I'm going to be doing MSQ on my first playthrough, then I'm going to be doing the side content, the green. I'll be taking on the green in the post-game. Hence, or AKA, the second playthrough. Because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing this game 2 times. One time as a spoiler-free luxury treat. And second time will be for pure concentration and knowledge, and of course just to dissect the game itself. So we'll probably be starting, like I said, from scratch with a brand new game. I'm not going to be revisiting the first file again, I don't think. I think the first file is safe to assume that it is more of a sketch, if anything. It's not really, this is a sketch. It's definitely not a full, you know what I mean? If you understand this, if you're an artist. If you're not an artist, you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Meaning this first file I have here, I can't even erase the other files, but it's irrelevant. What I mean to say is my next playthrough will probably be a different file altogether, so I can get a whole new experience, and then just start. I did this as authentic as I could have possibly done it. And, no handicaps, action focused, because it's supposed to be an action game. Save file will remain as is, although there are multiple files here, we really only need one. And I kind of regret having made any more. So I'm going to keep it at this. And I want to probably overwrite one of these files later on. I don't know why I made so many fucking files. I don't know why you can't delete a file. These are most autosaves, though, see? But I look at this as a sketch. You know, this is not a finished piece of art. Because, again, I didn't spoil this. I haven't looked at any spoilers. Any spoilers. I haven't watched any videos. So this is like, I'm completely spoiler free. And I'm a video game. I'm a gamer. A first generation gamer, so. Again, thanks guys for all your views and all your support. You know, going down the line, I don't expect you to view it right this second, but if you ever do, just to know I'm a really good gamer. You know, I game hard and I game like a gamer does. Sorry for the commentary.
It's hard work and the pay isn't half what we got from the Stones.
Shit, I know.
Stick at it. We'll keep ourselves fit.
Well, I got my head more on my subscribers right now than anything else. Sorry. But yeah, I love my subscribers, and I love everybody who views this, because it supports me. Even if it's just for a second, you know? It doesn't matter. You know, people have to help people to help each other, you know? That's what it's all about.
And get you to make me a man.
I'll do me best.
They're helping each other. They're learning how to help one another. And that's really cool. There's
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hide us to protect you.
Yep.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan. You're to ride all the way to Twinside.
You touched?
We'll go with you as far as the outskirts.
I guess. Oh.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
I hate that.
There's a square with a big
Why isn't the
bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exist.
I mean, do like what Dion is doing. Do it, motherfucker. Like, stop talking and start taking action.
He has yet to be my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Installment. Then here it is, guys. Final Fantasy Tactics. FF16 is exactly what you were looking for. This is it. This is Final Fantasy War of the Lions, but in a mainline installment. Like everybody was saying, Final Fantasy Tactics, it needs to be remade, it needs to be remade. And then they were like, you know, you're right, it does need to be remade. How about the next main titled game in the entry, you know, the next main Final Fantasy? Because they said this, you know, I don't think it needs to be remade. I think it needs to be redone. I think it needs to be repurposed. Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, let's drop this whole tactics bullshit. Final Fantasy War of the Lions, this is a tale that deserves to be told in the limelight as a main installed Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. Let's let this team do it. They brought 14 to life after its epic fail that almost fucking bankrupted us again, but they brought it back to life. Let's have faith in them. Let's give them our dream. You know, the dream of Final Fantasy Tactics, the dream of old Matsuno, Ito, and all these guys. You might not know who they are. These are just old Japanese men. I'm sorry, but it's true. They're old, retired, or, again, sick, you know, that they can't work anymore because they had to retire due to the unfortunate reasons that God bless their souls. You know, my sincerest condolences to them. They were great men, and I only want to see other younger men. I guess I'm proud to see a younger man take the hands of, say, Matsuno's work and make it, you know, come to life in a main Final Fantasy installment. You know, because FF7 is coming out again, you know, the rebirth, and it's, you know, going to be held by Yoshinori Kitase, which is fine because he's sort of like the Yoshinori and Nobu. They're like the two that, you know, they're sort of like the founders right now. I feel like it's Yoshinori, it's Kitase, and Nobu and Matsu. So you could say Kitase and Umatsu. Kitase and Umatsu, they kind of overlook this. You have, and then of course Ito. Now Ito has been seen in a long time, but again, Dev Team 3 is retired, but we have in War of the Lions. This is totally War of the Lions, and if you don't see that, then you're a mother jumping moron, because how could you not, man? I'm sorry, you're not moron. I love you guys. I'm just saying, guys, don't deny the truth. Play Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation 1, or better yet, play it for the Android. Play it from the phone. You know, it's a great time, because even though, like, I know I did, shame, honestly, because it's a great game. You just have to, you know, get used to the controls, man. What did I just drop? Get used to the controls and you'll be fine. Drop my remote. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, if you get used to it's to play. Give me a lighter, somebody. Will I have one in my pocket? I don't even know. And God bless my. Bass, and in fact, everything. Prince Bass, oh, dude. Over it. It's not even funny. It is not, but like, you don't have to take my word for it. Just see and watch as Prince Oliver and Annabella, or aka Ultima, or Ultima, wasn't it called Ultima in Final Fantasy IV, the Lions? And look at the icons and the Lucave, and just watch. You'll see it's the same. This is it. This is the true story of Final Fantasy from what they were trying to tell in Final Fantasy Tactics. It was a story like this. This is what they wanted to tell. But they couldn't tell it at the time because it was a different time. So they made Final Fantasy Tactics. And they kept it that way. But to make a mainline Final Fantasy, which is what they kind of wanted to do, they couldn't do that. So they did War of the Lions FF Tactics, basically. But now they did that. Look. I mean, this is definitely War of the Lions, you know? From the head to toe, this is War of the Lions. If you can't see that, then you are not an artist at all, but you should be able to see that. Can't you see that this is War of the Lions? I finally feel like I've awoken something true. Exactly, well, about that. War of the Lions. What is Ifrit? He's kind of like, it makes Clive turn into a lion, right? And what is Hugo Kupka? If not but a motherfucking beast, right? And Barnabas, he's again Odin. And what is Bahamut? A motherfucking beast. These are beasts fighting each other. These are beasts going head to toe. One's like the Northern Order, and the other is like the Southern. Like, well, we had the Northern Griffins and the Southern Lions and the Northern Lions. It was weird, but they had the North and the South. But in this game, they have the East. But we did have an East also in Tactics. So, yeah, it's the same thing. This is the War of the Zodiac Age. The War of the Lions is here. This is the Zodiac Brave story. That's what this is. This is the Zodiac Brave story being told to you in a different light. That's exactly what this is. This is totally the Zodiac Brave story. This isn't the story of Final Fantasy 1. This is really the story of the Zodiac Braves. Isn't it? What are we looking at here? The Zodiac Braves, you know? We're looking at 8 of them. But realistically, everything after the 8th fell, so 9, 10, 11, 12. That's really like where we're at right now, 9, 11, 12, because I'm right at midnight. Because after 11, you finally leave the light of heaven. You know? And unfortunate as that is, midnight is always right. You can't go wrong at midnight, you know, because it's midnight. There's no wrong in midnight. No right, no wrong, no wrong, no right. The most important thing to remember is that you're in the middle of right and wrong, midnight. So, yeah, we're almost at midnight. I'm not going to end the episode at midnight because in midnight you're never wrong and you're never right. Midnight. Remember, everything I say is not a fact, it is but a work of fiction, words. Do not take everything so literal. As is this game, it is words. Look, the crystalline impasse. This looks a lot to me like Iblis and the motherfucker, you know, Zeltenia and fucking the Galabadus Church, and I mean, there's too many similarities for me to deny that this is definitely War of the Lions being re-envisioned onto a main installment Final Fantasy game.
Not by Hugo Kupka,
right?
Thanks to Ultima's machinations.
I mean, think it just like craziness.
Your people weighs heavy on your conscience. But if we do not,
we had icon battles in this, and also like the other game, we had the Lucave battles.
would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss.
The battle system also is very reminiscent of each other.
And the twins are at stake. I believe what you say, Phoenix.
Right.
I have duties of my own, and I must discharge.
I think they're talking on behalf of the icons. That's what they're not telling you. They are Phoenix and Bahamut. That's them. That's what I think. I think Joshua is the Phoenix, and he can speak on behalf of the Phoenix. You know what I mean? He is Bahamut. Dion is Bahamut. Annabella knows that he's Bahamut. That's what she knows. She knows he's Bahamut. That's all she
I
knows.
know that it is wholly unworthy of
The highest office of state.
which rightly belong to those of...
He's Bahamut, though, you stupid son of a... You stupid
Alas.
bitch. I'm sorry. But you Ultima...
Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme.
No.
From a whore who weighed her child's worth.
No, that's what you are. That's what you are.
Have you threatened my
Said the woman who...
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear
The false truth.
that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Sylvester listens to the words of his
I
astrologer.
know. But stronger still is the word of the
They
sun.
have ears too.
Right. But if they have ears, I have words, and I also have fists, and I have cats. I have a lot of
His
things.
radiance may yet crown your head with
I'm sorry, but I only stand for equality, not for this. I don't stand for this. I will not stand for this. Right? I don't care if it's a man or a woman, but I don't stand for that. That's inequality. You know, any man who's listening to that woman, or a woman who's listening to that man, is a fucking prisoner to authority.
I shall forgive this uncharacteristic.
This is horrible. It's horrible.
Now hurry and make ready. You're in.
This is all just a horrible act. It's an act of disgusting, horrific monstrosity. She's acting like an animal.
Or should I say?
She's acting like an animal. She's not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anybody.
May your fire
Unless you don't want to be fooled. But then,
to ash
why do you sound like a monster, Annabella?
till all of
Why would you want to turn anything to ash?
ruler.
What are you doing? It's disgusting, you crazy lady. Why would you want to hurt it? Look at that. She just walked on the flower. What the fuck is wrong? Why would you do that, Annabella? Why would you say these things, Annabella? Why would you even say that? How dare her? How dare she say that? She wants to into ash. It's disgusting. I mean, even if she wanted to fool someone, right? How could you? You are literally saying, I want to smother the world and see it burn.
that is hold of
This person's nuts. Am I wrong?
is released,
The flame of war, and she's almost like, almost taunting the man by trying to be casual and cordial and respectful, and yet she has nothing to say but, well, you heard her. She was fucking being coy, and she was being a wise ass, and she loved it. She was relishing it, relishing the fact that she was smothering this person with the best kind of hatred you could possibly have, and that's to see a person suffocate from their own stress and anxiety and their own demise. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's just watching Dion fucking suffer, and she just loves it. She's an animal.
Thank you.
She's nothing but an animal, that person. It's Ultima, but I know that thing is an animal. It's not a human being. It's not a woman. It's not a man. It's not a cat. It's a fucking monster. That's a monster. It's a disgusting fucking monster. It's not even an animal. It's a monster. That's what a true monster is. Because I'm an animal. We are animals. But the thing is, that's okay. Right? Nobody's perfect. So we always strive as humans, right? We are the shepherds of the animals. Because we're the smartest ones. And henceforth, we have to uphold the order. You know?
Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
I don't think you are, Neon. You have to get rid of this. You have to get rid of the wrench. You need to get rid of the wrench.
Students have but one leader,
Bahamut.
Your Highness.
Bahamut. It's
We
Bahamut.
shall follow him
Bahamut.
to the very end.
It's pronounced Bahamut, but it's Bahamut in this game.
Thank you.
Like Ifrit is Ifrit, or you know, the true name is Bahamut, but I think they're calling him Bahamut, and that's fine too. Yes, that she shall be put to death by your hand, restored. Yes, that's what a man will do. And that's why I said this is gonna get juicy, it's gonna get wild, and I think part 3 has just begun. I don't know, but I feel like it has, and that means that this is gonna have to be told in a whole other light. We are beginning part 3 in the next episode coming. For years, Drake's Tales provided this relatively tiny nation with a wide-reaching influence rarely afforded nations of the same size. We're finally making our way into the Isle of Ark. The Crystalline Dominion. Wow, I can't fucking believe it. We're finally going to the Crystalline Dominion. I don't think we've been there yet, and we've been waiting a long time to go there.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
And they're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal! This way.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
He's going to steal your soul. Help, 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 he just took my stuff. Yes, he steal it. Wow, that defense is so solid it's like steel. Mr. Steal Your Girl. You're really stealing the show here, Mikey.
Sorry, that was in my mic.
Your mic sucks.
What? Say what you want. Oh, don't. Trust me. My mic does suck. I know. It's terrible. The worst.
Imperial Dragoons.
Oh, shit, no shit. You know it. The Imperial Dragoons are the ones that are out to get me. Well, that's why, again, Mike. I have an E at the end of my name. Because my mic sucks. But my name speaks for itself. And you can tell me what my name is. I know, it's horrible. No, you're just saying that. You couldn't possibly believe that. Don't ever believe that. Look at that crystal, man. It's like... Don't believe that, Sean. I don't want you to. Because it's not what you believe. You don't believe in that. Well, I don't think you should believe in that. You need to believe in you, but don't believe in that. Believe in belief. Anything but not belief. Belief in, like, believe that it's good and it will be good. Will it to be so. No matter how shitty it may be. Because we'll get through it, ma'am.
Right.
We will get through it. Endure through.
Unless we find goods.
We'll endure through, and we'll find the special goods. See.
I just hope he's all right.
You there! Identify yourself!
We have to.
Wolverine versus Black Panther. Patriots these days, the real term of patriot, not the team, is starting to like die out. You ever notice that's what's wrong with American?
This might take a while.
Stay down!
it takes some skill, you know, you learn how to do that. You know. Keep getting better. You. Woo! Stagger, baby. Now this, you just keep pressing the button, you can keep on gouging. Look at that, it's nuts, man. Oh, I missed that window, it was bad. And by the way, I haven't been using Titan, so I haven't been dodging, to answer your question. Haven't been blocking. I've only been using dodging. Dodging is my ticket. I don't really like, I mean, I don't know, it's just me. Everybody's different. But I haven't needed it. I don't know. I do better without it. Although that wasn't a good display of remorse, that was terrible. He staggered.
In real fighting, it's wise to do all offenses, all defenses.
I'm sure I do know that. Absolutely agree. I agree on that, 100%. I 100% agree, and you know why I agree with that? It's because you're right. That's all I can say is that you're right. But you're semi-right. You know, you're not 100% right, Sean. You're semi-right. You know, that's why it said semi-right, yes. Sean, you're semi-right, and I'm semi-right. We're both semi-right. Which means we're both right and we're both wrong.
I didn't even start any of the fights I got into.
I believe that. I can totally believe it. Just show me first. I want to see it. But I'm listening. Okay, so you didn't start any of the fights you get into. Neither did I, but I certainly got into a lot of... Why, right? Why did you get into the fights you got into? Or lack thereof. Why didn't you get into those fights? In other words, why did you get into the confrontation, or why did you lack the confrontation? The question is, why did you lack any confrontation in your life? Because that means something's not right. But if you had too much confrontation, you also need to ask yourself why. Well, why are you confronted so much? Why do you find yourself in confrontation so much? Are you confrontational? You know what I mean? Like, you want to ask yourself, am I a confrontational person? Or am I making people feel confrontation? Or confronted, I should say. It's not really a word. So, confronted. Are you giving off a feeling of confrontation? You can be either one or the other. People, you know, give off resonances. We resonate feelings. So you want to see how you resonate. Sometimes I talk too much, you know, or too fast.
Sports, shit talking, people crossed the line, got struck, fight from there, etc. Usually when people attack, I attack back. I don't fight, I avoid fights, but when it comes knocking, I blast down the door.
but address a person by their title. Because I'm not going to get intimate with the person, not on a stream, because this is not meant for that. Real life encounters. Gotta go this way though. Now I'm gonna go. I don't know if I want to keep the coral blade, but I don't know if I want this weapon either. This weapon's kind of a piece of shit. So I'm gonna go and equip. I wouldn't say if you have the 11 bolt, maybe go with that, but this isn't that good. I notice there's a difference between weapons. Like there are different weapon speeds, you know. And the coral blade is one of the best. And I accidentally sold my 11 bolt in one of my files. That is.
Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
You'll see what I mean in a second. Watch. Woohoo! Like, in other words, each weapon has its own type of... It's just 3 kinds. There are like 3 kinds of weapon types in this game. There's scimitar, there's bastard sword, or you could say great sword, small sword, and then scimitar. So blade, sword, I guess, yeah, blade, sword, great sword, and scimitar. They're like 4 kinds of weapons.
What are the men and women in the market?
That's so cool. And just like there are like 4 different types of damage too. And there is. I feel like this is more affiliated, this weapon we're using now is more affiliated to the wind element. So it's more about repetition.
The bell tower.
More than anything else. This is all about...
Let's go.
Which is to say that wind, Garuda, Deadly Embrace, this damage that you deal here, arrow damage or wind damage, gouge, wicked wheel, all that shit, it plays a lot on successive or succession. So, well, be it through a consecutive attack by repeatedly pressing triangle or whatever button you have it set to, is a successive damage. And this is similar. It's not the same though. It's a little different. This does large damage in one shot, but you can make it successive. Like Ignition does do excessive damage in its own right, but again, it's over one button. You know, you don't have to press the button. It just does multiple hits over one button. Where this can, and it also staggers or laggers over time. Like, you know what I mean? You press Ignition and it'll just go at it for about, I don't know, as long as it does it for. Will of the Wisps is like, again, it just stays active. One button, you press it and it stays active. It'll then start reducing damage you take by 15%. It says it absorbs damage. That's not true. It doesn't absorb damage. What it just negates 15% of damage that you take. If you think it's absorbing damage, it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. You're wrong. It doesn't do that. It doesn't absorb damage. See? Damage nearby targets. It doesn't do that. Will the Wisp best to describe?
A goods lift.
Where in Grigger's name did you come from?
I don't really use it. I don't know. But I know what you mean. Don't use it now. Use it when you have to. Use it if you need to. I'm just telling you, most times I don't need to. Nor do I ever seem to benefit from blocking. Maybe if I could time it out better, maybe. But we're gonna see, right? Because I have the block, and we'll see if it does us any good. We're gonna see. If it does, amen, brother. Because I know certain games you do need a block, you know, but this game doesn't seem to encourage, like you said, blocking. It doesn't encourage blocking. It doesn't. I know in real life you need to block, yeah, absolutely. But in this game, blocking isn't encouraged, but you can block if you want to. It's encouraging offense. But it's just a game. Take it for what it's worth, right? It's a game. I just don't, it's a weird thing with me. Now watch, I'm gonna use something else now. Use Phoenix. My sign, this is my Scorpion sign. Well, I'm Scorpio, so Phoenix. Now watch, I think I'm gonna do this now. You've awoken the Phoenix. See, that means that he got his wish. He restored his HP. So that's correct. I like the wind one best. That's my opinion. Now, you're entitled to your opinion. You can try that one too. I don't really like it. Yeah, blocking is not my thing, man. I'm sorry. Just not my thing. Not for me. Henceforth, Phoenix time, baby. But I tried it, you know. It's not that I didn't try it. It's just, why not break what's not broken?
I'm saying in real life.
Oh yeah.
To start offensive.
Yeah, absolutely. Block. Yeah, great best defense. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I said I agree with you in terms of real life. Yes, but in this game, they're not encouraging it. You know what I mean?
Rather than all-out attack.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna end up dying, dude. That's why. Well, you might end up dying. I know. Yeah, I agree. 100% agree with you. But in this game, they encourage the opposite. But I know, in real life, you have to be both. You have to find an even keel. As I said before, though, everything I say on the stream is a work of fiction. I don't really know why people need to take things like, I don't know why I have to remind them that, though. I mean, it's Final Fantasy, son. Everything I say is fiction. It's all fake. It's a work of fiction. It's fucking Final Fantasy. It's exactly what it is, Final Fantasy 16. Don't take it so personal. Or not you, Sean, I'm sorry, not you, just not anybody, because everything I said is exactly that. It's just a work of fiction. And so therefore, it's sort of like, yeah, I agree with you. In real life, absolutely. Unfortunately, this is only Final Fantasy. But I agree with you that real life situation, right? You need to have a good defense. You do. You need to be more defensive than you can be offensive. Because it just doesn't work. You know, I'm not saying you could be I still, though, in real life, I think you need to find a balance. But you don't want to find yourself in a corner trying to stave off people. But I know what you're saying, Sean. You can't go out there fists loaded going crazy. I know.
No wrong.
Am I? Well, if I'm wrong about that,
You have to have balance.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I said. So we're both, like I said, both wrong, both right. I like that. That's great. So you know that we're both wrong and right. I said we're both wrong, both right. Semi. You're semi-right, and I'm semi-wrong. You can never really say you're right. I mean, who could say they're right? I can't even say I'm right. Sometimes I can, I guess.
Without balance it all falls apart.
It's a live stream. It's just a bullshit. I present. I thank you. I appreciate that because that's all I'm trying to do. Is create something nice for the world to see, or hear, whatever. Hear it, smell it, taste it. Doesn't matter what you do with it. Just do something with it, right? Don't leave it stagnant. Do something with it. Make it come alive like Clive and say, hey, I'm over here and I want to do stuff. I want to get to work and I want to have fun.
In the name of His Highness!
I will not do such a thing. Screw you. I want to see you make me stop. You have to just try and make me. Fine. Then they did. And then I stopped, finally. And I was like, thank you for letting me stop. At least my complacency has gotten me nowhere. And my stagnancy got me nothing. But my voice, at least it got me heard. I don't know what else is in store for me. I just know that my fists only bring about bad things. And that's why you have to control and tame the beast within. So does Clive. And so he will. So does Dion. So does Sean. So does Mike. Me, Steel. I mean, we all have to control the beast. Balance is so important. Just like fantasy is based on reality, so is balance based off of, well, opposition and reflection. You know, balance is only as good as its relevance, meaning all is relevant to its irrelevance. And it kind of goes on and on from there. But you can't see an artist's dream. Only the artist can see his dream. Anybody else can only see what that is of what their mind can allow them to see, or what they believe they see. Right? And I can't speak for anybody else but myself, because again, that's too complicated a thing. I could offer a suggestion. I could heed your advice, but I cannot promise anything more than a promise. It's a promissory note at best. And other than that, we all know what it is otherwise.
Those with the world can't see the other worlds.
No, but there's multiple worlds to see, like you said, yeah. You know, there's many worlds out there, many people that reside, and many ears to listen. You just need to listen, right? You just need to listen and hear it out. That's what I always say. If they listen to the world, don't you think the world would listen if they had something good to say? I mean, I know you've been busy as hell, Sean, but the thing is, I've been out of work, and I got a lot of good things to say. I think this is funny. Ha ha ha! Look at me, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. But I can't do it too good. It's getting late, and I don't want to be a douchebag and wake everybody up. Although they do have ears and they do have headphones, I still think.
Chain yet Saturn devours you before they arrive. All the money in Earth.
Saturn. Yeah, Saturn. Well, Saturn is what? Yeah, I know about that. Thank Saturn, because if not for Saturn, we wouldn't be alive, probably. We'd probably be dead already. You're speaking of Saturn. It's kind of like media, in a weird way. It is, kind of. And Saturn is like it's like a big magnet, and it prevents, basically, meteors from, you know. If not for Saturn, you know, we would be dead. We'd definitely be dead. We'd be gone. We wouldn't be here no more. So
they make delusion their reality.
Yep. I know that. Delusion is reality though, so fuck it, man. You're gonna try to make composition of the opposition? Don't bother. You're wasting your breath. It's all moot. Unless you truly believe you are God, then please be my guest, be him. But don't burn the world down. That's not what God would do. That's what the second coming would do. But that's not what you want to be. You don't want to be the second coming. Don't do that. That's a big fire monster. That's what
they're left in their own world.
And if you think that's real, then that's not. And if you think that's real, then that's not. So on and so forth. I can't continue to explain how a work of fiction is exactly that. It's a work of fiction, right? You believe that. I mean, you believe that all of this is fake, right? I mean, you know this is just words. The only thing that's happening right now...
You're afraid of the world itself.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. But I never denied that. I'm scared shitless. Why do you think I keep my cat in the house? It's because I'm afraid of him, for him. I don't want him to get hurt. The world is a beautiful place, yet very treacherous, you know? Very dangerous. I've always said this. It's beautiful, but its beauty lies.
The humans who think all the money makes them better and best.
Money is not... I don't like money. I hate money. But that's just for me. Okay, I hate money.
If this was true, why have they not proved it?
Well, I'm proving it. I hate money. And I even said it to a merchant. I said, between me and you, I hate fucking money, bro. But it's just me. Again, I already said that. I have a lot of merchandise, like a lot of merchandise. But why am I saying that? I have nothing. Because I don't have anything, dude. Got nothing to my name, barely. Do you really think I have that much? You are kidding me. Yeah, it's not much. Good luck in this world, day and age. The only thing I have is this. What I can produce is my motherfucking work. And if the work isn't good enough, then my pay isn't good enough. My pay isn't good enough, my rent isn't good enough. And then they think it's okay for me to die on the motherfucking streets.
Is so rich and wealthy, yet what's the proof?
The proof is that they gave me a barely good... well, I don't know. Maybe they get stupider, but that's not a word. My point being... Or case in point. Where's my lighter? Could I get any more stupider? No, I'm kidding. My lighter's right here on my tray. My rolling tray. Anyway, but yeah, Sean, you're right. You can go to Jupiter to get a bit more stupider, or you can go to Saturn and learn the truth. You know, the truth about life and death, and find out that, you know, who the true stewards... you could find out who the true...
Neither.
No, yeah, well, yes and no. You know what I mean? Yes and no are duality, right? Like, again, I always said, you want to know who the stewards of the planet are? I mean, I know who they are. I think you do.
All these men of decadence know.
What about the stewards, though? The stewards of the planet. You know, the stewards of the planet?
They yet to master our world in Earth.
No, I'm talking about the stewards of the planet. But only people who have seen God in his slightest, at least, can even probably know of who the stewards are. But people who've seen God in the fullest, I think, are, again, full of shit. Because it's hard to see God in the fullest. You could see him in the slightest, I think. The second you say you found him in the fullest, I'm pretty sure you did not find him at all. Because I already know right now, you can't find God in the fullest.
Ask the richest what's at the bottom of the ocean.
I only found God within. Can't find him outside. He does exist. It does exist outside, but I haven't seen him out there yet. I've seen fragments, and I'm seeing bits and bits of pieces, but irrelevant. Irrelevant. And the reason it's irrelevant is because I've already found him in the fullest within me. I haven't found him in the fullest.
The richest men and women
or am I?
50 planets yet.
Why? Because we didn't want to. Not because we couldn't.
They can't, they are nothing worth zero.
Not a matter of can't, right? It's a matter of won't. And that's why they want. Because they won't. The want, the desire is because they won't do it. Because they're scared. Watch. They're gonna tear him down. Why? Because they're scared. They want to kill because they are inclined. They are convinced, they believe it. They are convinced that this is the God that they serve, their master, and there is no other way. They don't kill because they're monsters. They kill because they think they don't know any better. In their head, they're like, this is the right thing to do. This is for the Lord, this is a savior. This is an act of grace. We're saving them from from hell. We're delivering them from evil because they themselves are evil. And I say to myself, yes, I am evil. But again, it's because I represent life. That's why I'm evil. What are you? If I'm evil, then what are you? The devil.
Can't even show us they have worth. They still sitting at home on Earth.
That's because they're the devil, dude. The devil. Don't you know about that? I wrote that down. If I could find it. But yeah, you just have to write the word live. Live. Just write live. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write live. L-I-V-E. And then put it up to a mirror. And then put lived. Like a person has lived.
Deprived of riches.
And then write down L-I-V-E-D. And then put that up onto the mirror. And then see what you are and see what they are. So in other words, if a person has lived beyond their time and they still exist, they are in fact the true incarnate of evilness, the devil. And then, of course, you have the other people who are evil. Evil are those that are fighting against the ones that have lived against their time, that serve the devil. They are fighting against them for the sake of the future of our world and of life as we know it. That's why it's called lives. Evil. I'm evil. Sean's evil.
Value, but they live as
but don't be evil. Don't be evil.
Taking fucking space travels in.
But try to be life. Don't be evil because we're trying to fight against evil, right? We're trying to fight against the opposition here. We don't want the devil to exist. We want to get rid of the devil because we are the devil. We're demons. If we are spawned from them, then we surely cannot allow the devil to continue. Not for the sake of our children and the...
Nobody's fighting anyone. People prove who they are. People show that rich is poor and poor is nothing.
Can you see him anywhere?
Must be one of the Dragoon's pets.
Who plays those? City of Altaria? I think it was Altaria. And I've been on many airplanes, you know, not many airplanes, but I've been on a few. And yes, I did it by myself, all by myself. Oh, look at me on the plane, look at me on the plane, all alone, all alone. Yeah, whatever. It was scary as shit, man. I mean, it was my first time on a plane all by myself. I never did something like that, but I did it, man. I had to do it. Well, the choice that I didn't have to do it, I just did it because I wanted to. Nobody was forcing me, but I was very young at the time, you know. I was a little kid. Ask me nowadays, and I probably would never get on a plane again unless I'm the one driving it. No, I'm kidding, I get on a plane, but I mean, you have to know that if you get on a plane, you might never come back, okay? Just so understand that. When you go on an airplane, you know, nobody's stopping that pilot from doing what the fuck he wants. Case in point, once a pilot goes onto the sky, he can do whatever he wants to do. Because I'm living proof, right? I mean, like, if I go for my pilot's license, every man knows we have free will, right? Just know that a man has free will. Don't be an idiot. All men and women have free will. A cat has free will. I mean, if you don't think it does, well, then you're wrong. Watch it fucking prove you wrong and run out of the house and fuck you up. Because it has free will, it does, but people are so stupid, they think cats are stupid. They think bugs are stupid. Which, again, means people are just stupid. They need to get this mindset out of their heads. There is no stupid. And if you think something's stupid, then I guess you are indeed exactly that. And then I say, why? Why do you think that's stupid? Or why do you think that's so, quote-unquote, fucked up? Because I said that once, too. I said, this guy is fucked up, man. He is a fucked up guy. And I'm saying to myself, why? Why am I saying that? I implore the opposite. I implore to say, hey, why am I saying this to these people? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I don't know. With me, I think I'm a little bit too possessive. I'm a possessive guy. I could be a little bit excitable at times, you know, and I can also have a tendency to rant or, you know, run on with things, you know, talk, you know, my left hand and I use my right hand. If you're asking, I could write? Yes, I could write with both left and right. Thing is, I can do it better with the left. But the thing is, yeah, I have to write with my left and I could write with my right. So I do both. But the thing is, I don't talk about that. Why does a person need to know I'm multidextrous? Is that so important to know? I'm really a lefty, though. I've just learned how to be multidextrous. Thing is, I'm lefty. So, I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. I mean, everybody could be multidextrous. I feel like, you know, that's a case in point. Me, I have other problems, like being too possessive, being a little tad jealous, being inconsiderate, you know? These are my issues. And I know why, but I'm not going to get into that because it's a very deep answer, but it's insecurities. There are insecurities. I have a lot of insecurities that eat at me. Like, example, I don't lack courage when it comes to asking girls out. It's the one thing I lack courage in. I'm not very brave when it comes to asking girls out. Just not, you know? I could be honest with that, and I'm no less of a man for saying so. I was hurt by women a lot, you know, and I may have hurt myself through women, but it's the one thing I don't do anymore. I have a hard time saying, hey, do you want to go out sometime? Because I'm just afraid they're just going to say, I mean, it's not that I'm afraid of it, it's that, how do you put okay, fine. I built it up for nothing, and that's what I'm doing right now, so you shouldn't even talk about it. But the thing is, yeah, I don't have that yet. Really don't know why, but if somebody would ask me to do it, then I'll do it. Fucking, yeah, I'm good with that, but nobody has proposed anything. I'm saying to myself, am I a woman or a man? Shit. In every other aspect, I'm a man, and then, but what's the difference? And I'm like, I don't want to be a fucking sexist, so wait a minute, I'm a female then, I guess, because like I'm a cat and a man, so I'm a female. But then it's like, well, you're saying you're a woman. I'm like, yeah, I guess. I'm a woe man. I'm like a cat man, not a man, not a woman, a cat. Somebody like treat.
Humans should have just declared victory over humans without doing any of their games.
I'm gonna play a game right now, watch.
TW, your mic is trash.
Look at this shit. Staggered. Go at it, baby. LB! Well, I'm on the break is awesome because I love this. I love this guy. This Clive guy. He's great! But he didn't even need any HP. He didn't get any HP! Why? Zero.
McJaggered.
Staggered, McJaggered. He's hopping like a cracker, baby. This king's a beast, though. This thing's a beast! Hardest encounter all night was this guy. But we're gonna get him, I know that much.
I think it has something in store for us.
Get ready to move.
Oh! Crap! Wow! Woo! He's a big boy, alright. What the fuck? Oh my god! Crazy! That's nuts, man! He's a big motherfucker, man. Look at this guy. He's crazy. This guy's nuts, man. Now, Rook's, I know. There we go. Let's get some damage. Ow! Whoa! Boom! Ooh! I'm just gonna go crazy old heavenly host, oh really? Okay, really? Woo! I'm gonna die, bro, I know it. Hold on, can you use a potion from here? I don't know if you can. I'm gonna find out. You can if you're not in battle, I think. Holy shit, you can! Alright, if you can do that, then I'm gonna do that. Can you also... Oh shit, you can do that. Okay, good. This is a big motherfucker, bro. I actually like these items, too. These aren't bad. I look at them as spells, kind of. Or similar to spells. Oh, I need some leeway. You need to give yourself some room for weakness. Allow a little room for weakness. Error is inevitable. Nobody's perfect. Yep, just like you. Because if you were too fast, then surely he was too slow, and that's exactly why he was too slow, because you were too fast. Which means that, I guess, in terms of relevancy, you were a bit too slow. Or too fast. But it doesn't make a difference. Only in the law of relativity. But again, that's like saying it's too big. Well, you're too big, okay? Are you too slow, or is he too fast? You know, it's sort of like the both. It's the same thing, really. Too slow is too fast. But you have to understand it. You know, what is it you're trying to figure out? Don't overthink it now. It is what it is. It's not much more than that. Titan's terrible. For now, I deem Titan useless. I don't really need Titan. I don't know. I don't really use him much. He's not terrible. I just haven't learned him yet. And I don't really excel very well with him right now. At this moment in time, I excel a lot with Garuda. I have a lot of learning to do with the other one. I also like Phoenix, too. Phoenix is super fun. Oh my god, Dragon Dance, what is this shit now? Shoo! Oh my god! This guy's got so much health! Well, he's got a big stagger bar, so in order to get rid of him, we have to take that stagger bar down just a bit. Yep, I figured that was gonna happen. We're so close! We got this. We got this! Well, maybe not. Ah! I got it away. I got it! One more potion! Boom! That's what they're for!
Nice try.
Owie!
Too slow.
Oh, you scumbag! These guys so dead. He's so close to being dead. If he just wasn't such a bitch to reach. He's just a bitch to reach. Alright, staggered, strength tonic. Flames of rebirth, maybe, hopefully will heal me. It says it's supposed to heal you, but I don't know if it's gonna do that. We'll see! Now go into this mode and just go crazy. We got the last phase here. Boom!
Too slow.
Fuck.
No.
I knew it. I was so close! So close. Wait until you learn to get better. But the second you say it, you say, oh no, 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 wait, see? I could have opened the main menu and redid it, but I'm more concerned about the J. In fact, now that I know you can go to the main menu, I'm not gonna worry too much. Okay? Alright, let's go and draw on potion. Ally potion. Or actually do strength tonic. I guess one strength tonic. One, then the high potion. And then stone skin tonic.
Help me, boy.
That's a weird one, dude.
Nice try.
No. Yeah, I'm not gonna be using Titan in the rest of this. I don't know. I'll have to adjust to Titan in my own time. The Titan is certainly not for me right now because I don't really play very well with him. But we'll get there, I guess. I really don't make use of Titan at the moment. I would like to master him though eventually. It's just he's a flyer, and that's what makes him a pain. That's what I hate about flyers. Flyers can be quite the pain in the ass, you know? They really can. Persistence and patience, right, I believe? It certainly doesn't seem to be plausible to be using anything else. It seems to me that that's the best way to draw it out. That's my opinion here. So Titan's not going to help. Maybe though if I can learn how to use Titan. But until then, I don't know if I'm going to be able to learn how to use Titan in time. Because he might be a necessity. I don't know. Maybe not though. Again, let's try not to use him because I don't want to use him. He doesn't offer much anyway, so. Oh, that's right, I forgot to equip that. Damn it, that sucks. That's why I'm taking Titan off probably after this fight, because there's no need for Titan. Not for me, and if there is no need for Titan for me, then there's certainly no need for Titan for you. Why would there be? Fuck Titan. He's useless. I hate him. Not right now. For me, Titan is kind of on the useless side, I won't lie. I haven't really fully learned him, so as far as I'm concerned, Titan isn't the most important. Whereas other things are definitely a lot more important. As you can see, I'm excelling a shitload more with Phoenix because I believe, in my opinion, he's a lot better. But that's just me. Everybody's different. You can't, you know, say one way is right when just that's not the case. Like, that was the wrong call. I shouldn't have did that. My bad. Can't always be right though, you know. You just can't be. We're humans. Everybody's wrong all the time. We got to be semi-right, semi-wrong. I'm gonna use a potion. Is it too close to end now? No way. Fuck! We're just so close! We got him. It took us all we had, but I did it. Now, maybe next time I won't have to use item as much, but until then, I'm content with where I'm at. And that's the attitude to have, you know, a positive one. Because positivity can only besmirch more positivity. And of course, you shouldn't even say besmirch. It should just be, you reap what you sow, right? And you sow what you reap. So I like to reap what I sow. I don't like to sow what I reap. And what I'm reaping right now is, I think, beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I think Final Fantasy 16 is beautiful. Shit. I think all my subscribers, all my viewers, all my people, all...
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
Goods, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there?
Your Highness, don't do this.
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yut, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
If you want to take the power away, we have to stand together as one in unite. You know that? All the youth must stand together. But I don't think this is being recorded, is it? I hope not. It's not supposed to be.
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
We might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you?
Final blunt of the night.
Can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out you need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Good.